It's finally time for Season 3 in the Premier League. This is Leeds United, Pride of Yorkshire. Welcome back to the channel. We are just about over our 1-0 win in the Super Cup against Manchester United in the Roses derby. And today we're going to be kicking off Season 3 in the Premier League as manager of Leeds United. So, as I said at the end of the last episode, we are going to be kicking on and playing against Burnley in the Premier League to start Season 3. And we are going to be playing against Liverpool, both games away from home. So nothing really has happened in the in-between of beating Manchester United in Kazakhstan. We have come back and we are going to go straight into today's first match, which will be against Burnley. Okay, then let's have a little look at this lineup that we are going to be putting out. You might notice one or two changes here. The team did fly back from Kazakhstan and we are straight away playing against Burnley. So to prevent any burnout of any players, I know it's early season, but we have got a big enough squad that we are assembling now to be able to rotate players, not need to worry about players that are constantly playing game after game after game. So we are going to rotate a little bit. So the lineup we're going to put out will be Meslier in goal, Woba, Llorente, Ahmedhodzic and Adams across the back. We'll have Verratti and Phillips in the middle, with Nemeka, Puig and Thomas starting as the attacking three. And we are going to rely on Brenner to get us the goals today. But we have a wealth of options now from the bench. So if we find that the players on the pitch aren't doing what they should be doing, you know what it means. After an hour, we'll be switching it up. And hopefully we now have a big enough squad to continue to bring fresh legs in and win games that we were drawing or losing last season. So let's kick this campaign off. First game of the season against Burnley. Let's find out how we get on. First chance then is going to come via a Burnley goal kick. Pope lumps the ball forward and Woba is going to bring it forwards along the left-hand side. Plays the ball up and over, but it's straight back into the hands of Pope. The rain is absolutely pouring down at Turf Moor. Pope has another go at lumping it forward and McNeil gets the flick on. Patrick Bamford, who I forgot to mention, he's in a bit of a revenge game against us today, has the chance but can only get a corner. So let's see what happens from this corner. McNeil is going to swing it in. Finds Thomas in the middle of the box. He headers it clear and Traore is going to turn back with the ball. Finds Fofana. He cuts out to the edge of the box and Verratti has brought him down. Hopefully this is only going to be a yellow card here. I don't want to start the season with a red. And he only gets away with a warning. So, happy to not take a card at all. But Burnley do have a free kick here in a dangerous position. McNeil lines it up, plays it through. Diawara heads the ball. Meslier deals with it well. A corner then for Burnley this time as Roberts swings it in. Bamford is the target at the near post. Traore is going to pick the ball up in the middle of the park. Plays it to Fofana. Plays it back to Fry. Ball over the top is for McNeil. He's into the box. Hopefully no rash challenges here. Bamford is in. He hits the shot straight at Meslier. We're living a little bit dangerously first game of the season. Burnley are attacking again. Traore with the free kick. Woba with the header clear. Puig gets the ball, but the referee kind of gets in the way and he's lumped it over the top for Brenner, who takes the ball down brilliantly, goes past the goalkeeper and somehow hits it straight at the defender. And we get a corner kick instead of a goal. And this corner is going to be swung in by Marco Verratti, who tries to find somebody at the near post. It's cleared away back to him. And that's all that's going to happen there. So Meslier plays the ball out from the back, finds Llorente, finds Woba, passing it all around the back here as Woba and Llorente are having their own little game. Nemeka, though, with the ball over the top for Brenner, who's in behind again, fires the shot away, and this time he can only hit the hands of Pope, and Burnley deal with that. 35 minutes on the clock then, and Adams plays it to Puig, who finds Thomas. Ahmedhodzic plays it forwards to Verratti, who finds Phillips. Brenner now lays it back to Verratti, who lumps the ball high over to the left-hand wing where Nemeka brings it down brilliantly. Plays it back to Verratti, who plays it forward to Woba, who's in the box. He crosses it in. Brenner's had a wild swing at it, and somehow the ball has ended up behind for a corner. Brenner really should have been doing better with the finish there. Thought he was going to put the ball away. But Phillips swings it in. Ahmedhodzic is the target. Ball's bouncing around, and somehow Ricky Puig has found the goal, tucks it into the bottom corner, and he's made a bright start to the start of this season. He Has already registered 2 goals now. Obviously the one in the Super Cup, and then this goal here on the turn, left-footed into the bottom corner. And we take a 1-0 lead after 36 minutes. So then we come in at half-time with a 1-0 advantage. That goal from Ricky Puig being the only goal of the first half. We've had 11 shots, 8 of those being on target with an XG of 1.82. Haven't had most of the possession or most of the chances that were actually on film there, but we are playing well. We have the lead, and we're going to push into the second half to see what happens and see if we can't build on that 1-goal advantage. 51 minutes on the clock then, and Tyler Adams has picked up an injury at right back. So luckily for us, we have Christian Manea on the bench, who is a like for like. We're just going to swap those over and carry the game on. 65 minutes then, Marco Verratti has just found himself in the book. After his earlier warning, we are actually going to bring him out of the game. Going to bring on Bentancur to replace him. And also, we are going to bring on Karim Adeyemi to replace Brenner up front. See if we can't get the second goal that would kill the game off. A throw in then for Burnley as Roberts plays it to Diawara. Ball over the top is intercepted by Llorente, who plays to Phillips, and it's straight into the path of Adeyemi. Adeyemi smashes it into the bottom corner, but the referee is going to have a look at VAR for this one. Hopefully it's going to find in our favour. It did look like he was pretty much level, but could not have been, as the goal is disallowed for offside. Let's try and have a look at this. The camera angle isn't always the best. Phillips plays it for he's clearly offside by that angle. So great finish though, great take. Shame he was offside. Throwing then with Max Wober, plays to Ricky Puig. Ball first time over the top, finds Calvin Phillips, goes down in the box. Referee has gone. Well, he's going to look at VAR here. I think he's going to give a penalty, to be honest, because it looked like a clean tackle. The only way that they're going to look at this through VAR is to give a penalty, surely. Otherwise, it's not worth checking. No penalty. I didn't even think it was a penalty to begin with. I didn't even realise he'd given a foul. But the outcome of the VAR check was no penalty. And now Burnley have got a goal kick that they lump forwards. Woba heads it back to Melier and deals with that quite well. Manea to Phillips. Thiago Thomas is going to run at the defenders. Straight down the line. Gives the ball though to Cornet. And then he plays it to Carbone. Hopefully we're going to try and close these down as they play it forward to Bamford. It's cut out. Thiago Thomas has got another chance. Swings the ball across and Nemeka is on the far post. He plays it back to Woba. He's going to have a shot from distance that just goes over the bar. For a second there, I thought we were seeing a goal of the season contender. And from the goal kick, Pope has only found one of our players, I think it was Manea, who then found somebody else. They lumped the ball forwards and we've given the ball straight back. And it's come back to us anyway. So Thiago Thomas is going to turn. Ricky Puig takes a touch, tries to beat the man, goes out wide, cuts it back into Thomas, who then takes it further out wide. Cross comes in, dealt with by Burnley. But Bentancur gets on the ball here. 84 minutes on the clock now. Woba swings it in back post. Thiago Thomas is there. And Thomas scores the second goal that surely now will ensure us 3 points. This is a well-worked goal, really. And Thiago Thomas is not a player that I thought was renowned for his heading ability, but he's really beaten his man at the back post there really, really well. As Bentancur lays it into the path of Woba, he swings it in and Thomas beats the man. He gets the ball inside the near post and gives us that 2-goal cushion we were looking for. So then that brings to an end the first game of the season, and we have registered our first 3 points. A 2-0 win wasn't always convincing. In the first half, Burnley seemed to be having quite a lot of the ball, a lot of the chances, but we grew into the game and took our 2 goals well. Even the Adeyemi goal that was disallowed for offside was well taken. We've got an XG of 2.57, 20 shots, 10 of them on target, so 50% shots on target rate. It's a brilliant way to start the season, and we're going to kick on and try and get the same kind of outcome in a much tougher game, though, against Liverpool. Okay, then, so after a first game of the season win against Burnley, we are going to be facing off against Liverpool in a much, much tougher game for the second game of the season. So the lineup we are going to be putting out against Liverpool is Melier in goal, Firpo, Woba, Llorente and Manea. We've got Bentancur and Phillips in the middle, with Brandt, Puig and Rafinha, and Šeško will lead the line up front. So hopefully we can close that gap a little bit. Remember, we were 3-0 down at half time at the end of last season. Fingers crossed we don't get demolished in today's game. 14 minutes on the clock then. Liverpool have a throw-in. Ball is played all the way back to Alisson. Plays to Virgil van Dijk, who plays it to Keita. We had a chance there at stealing the ball with Calvin Phillips, but he couldn't get it off Keita, and he has swung the ball out to Salah. Played in, Bentancur picks it up. Firpo lumps it away though. Nobody up the pitch for him to find with the pass. And Liverpool are going to turn and try and make another attack out of this. As the ball goes out wide to Trent. He beats his man, crosses it in. Manea is there at the back post to head it away. Only as far as Fabinho, and we are having to withstand a lot of pressure here. Robertson is bringing the ball forwards. He swings it in. Haaland is there with the header, and luckily for us, that is going to go wide. And the score stays at 0-0. Not a lot happening in the first half then as we get in 0-0. We have been in the game. We've had 6 shots, 4 of which have been on target. Nothing really worthy, though, of a highlight. Liverpool have had the odd chance, but it is progress because this time last season we found ourselves at 3-0 down at this point. So, something to build on in the second half, hopefully. We're just going to roll the players out and see what happens. Maybe a few substitutions to make with those yellow cards we already have. But we're going to go back out and see if we can't nick a win here. 57 minutes on the clock. Robertson with a corner all the way to the back post. Gomez had a header and it goes out of play for a goal kick. 67 minutes on the clock then. We are going to try and make a substitution. We have Llorente on a booking, so Ahmed Hodzic is going to come on. We also have both central midfielders on bookings, so we are going to bring on Verratti for Bentancur, and we are going to actually move Verratti further on up the pitch to try and influence the game. And we are going to give Angelo a shot at leading the line and see if we can't influence the game from the front. So 68 minutes, 22 to go. Let's see what happens in the rest of the second half. A throw in then for Liverpool, which Trent is going to throw to Salah. The ball is played back to him. Henderson plays to Salah, who got in the box all on his own. Had to turn back though. Fabinho now plays it back to Joe Gomez, who runs forwards with it. He's going to get into the wide spaces and swing it in. Haaland with the header. Luckily for us, Meslier picks the ball up. He's then going to move it forwards, it looks. Clip continues. He lumps it forwards. Rafinha found a bit of space here on the far side. Looks to beat his man. If he can get a crossing, there's a player in the box, but instead he works it backwards. Ricky Puig to Brandt, to Verratti. Marco Verratti has scored a screamer from the edge of the box. What a goal this is. Absolutely fantastic. Was not expecting him to hit it like that. It's gone like a rocket, and this is exactly what we paid the money for. So Rafinha worked it well. Manea and Phillips involved. Works it to Puig. Plays it to Brandt. He lays it into the path of Verratti, who smashes it first time. And we are 1-0 up with Marco Verratti's goal. Late free kick then, 84 on the clock. Robertson swings it in. Gomez with the header. Luckily for us, it's over the bar. It's still 1-0. Into stoppage time then. There's a corner that come in. Fabinho smashed the ball over the bar. And the seconds are ticking away here for Liverpool. And that is it. 3 points on the board at Anfield. And considering last season we got absolutely dismantled by this Liverpool team, what a turnaround this is. We have gone into Anfield, smash and grab, 3 points, and we are running back to Leeds with 6 points from the first 2 games. It's not an impressive victory. We didn't really have anything in terms of domination. We had 39% of possession and only 5 shots on target from 11. But we had that all-important Marco Verratti rocket that nearly broke the net. And we are taking 3 points back with us. After that impressive win then, we are now eyeing up further on into the season to see where we might end up. Let's have a little look at the schedule and see where we might come back into the future. So we have a run of games now that goes Leicester, Tottenham, Man U FC, Chelsea, Carabao Cup and then Everton. So it's very, very tempting here to keep the trend going with the big teams. I think what we're going to do here is play the Leicester game, then the Tottenham game, and we will come back in the next episode for the Man U FC Roses derby and the Chelsea game, which are both at Ellen Road. Wow, what an episode that was then. We have taken 6 points from 6 points for the first time in a Premier League kickoff episode. The win against Burnley was good. The win against Liverpool was even better. We didn't play very well. It was completely a smash and grab, but I am fine with that when we get 6 points on the road. So as I said at the end of the episode, we are going to push forward now and we will come back for the Man U FC and Chelsea games. Hopefully the Champions League draw will be made soon as well and we will know our opponents in that. So it comes to the point of the episode where if you're still here and you're still watching, please, if you haven't already, hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button to help the channel out. Every like and subscribe helps the channel massively. I appreciate everybody who has done that across the past couple of months. If you're one of those lovely people that's already done that, though, I'm going to wrap this episode up here, and I will see you for the next one, which will be Man U FC and Chelsea.